Hello everybody, what's going on? Jerome here, and welcome back to another awesome episode of Crazy Craft, everybody. And in today's episode, I decided something fun to do would be to repair our armor, our nice queen scale armor we got here, using duct tape, so I'll show you guys how that all works. And not only that, but we're going to get our first beacon activated as well, kind of using some different bonuses here. I wanted to use Haste at the very least by the end of this episode, and then from there, we're also going to go ahead and kill off 5 withers, or 4 more withers, sorry, so that we can get one of each beacon to power up our base with every single power-up. So, really big episode ahead. We're not going to do all the beacons set up this episode. We're only going to set up 1 to the max, but obviously, like I said, in the future, we'll spend it, slowly but surely as the base has been expanding. So will cool little perks like that, and so we'll hopefully be able to get to work on that very soon. Apart from that, everybody, also want to thank you all for watching and for all the support yesterday during the awesome prank, as well as animation day. It was one animation for this awesome series, and then we also pulled a prank off on Mitch in the same day yesterday. The prank with Mitch, though, people were a little bit upset because they thought that Buck might have despawned. I actually ended up thinking about that, and I signed back onto the server immediately after the episode, and I kind of saved Buck. So, yeah, what I did was I caged Buck back up and put him in a chest, so he's locked away in a chest in that room in a cage, so he's not going to despawn, so you don't gotta be worried about that. But yeah, so if you don't know what I just did there, basically I took some slime balls, simple enough, put 3 on top, put 3 string underneath, and you get duct tape. From there you put the duct tape on the floor, and you just use it away like that, and pretty much that's it. Whoop, whoopsie, whoop, Jesus. Didn't want to wear you just yet. But there you go, you just do that, and it literally heals it up as simple as that. So duct tape, I think duct tape's a really awesome part of this mod because, most of you are like, why don't you just use the anvil? It's because sometimes things like queen scales are a little bit difficult, and by a little bit difficult, I mean extremely difficult to come by. So, kinda just makes more sense. And, oh no, Nooch died! Oh no! But it kinda just makes more sense to, simply put, just use the duct tape on it. But there we go. So we got amethyst pickaxe. Let's go in here. As you could tell, we set aside a bunch of stuff for this episode. So we got the water buckets to make the ancient dried wither boss eggs, and we also have the materials needed for building the beacon ingots, or using the beacon ingots anyway, to get our primary powers set up. And then we also have a ton of diamonds, which we're going to use to make different tiered layers. So there's a ton going on this episode. It's going to be a good one. I'll tell you guys. Don't worry. It's going to be one sick episode for sure. And there we go. So now we got 4 more wither boss eggs. We got the 4 empty buckets there, so we can use those at any time. Let's go ahead and we'll mine these bad boys up. This might take a hot second here. We don't really need all of them at the moment. You know what? I'm just going to get enough to do the first layer. So we'll just get like the first 10 right here, and I'll show you guys what it's like. And then from there, we can keep on expanding. So pretty much you just go down here on the floor. Whoopsies. Oh, we have to replace that part of the floor eventually. Ooh, marble, look at that. We don't really need more marble, but we got more marble in case we did need it for whatever reason. And then from here, all you have to do is just go diamond, 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 all the way around like that. And, oh, whoopsies. We got blocks stuck in our head. Probably should have thought that one through. And then you can just go there like that. And theoretically speaking, that should, unless I'm wrong, light this bad boy up. At least I thought it would. Or maybe I have to choose a power first. Do I have to put in the... Oh, let me get my tokens out here. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Da-dun-da-dun. Da-dun-da-dun. Let's get ourselves our ingots from this. So go like that. And you might have to choose a power-up, perhaps. I'm not sure. Does that... No? Does that not work? Why it no work? What's going on? Alright, so really dumb move on my part. I forgot the fact that it needed to be able to see the light of day for it to work. Kind of a dumb move on my part. And by kind of a dumb move, I mean, typical Bach maneuver, I guess you could say. So, let's go head upstairs then really quick. And we'll basically just go topside. And from there, be able to break a hole through this. Or actually, I don't even know where this is in relevance to... There we go, let's see. Oh, there's a spider right up there waiting. Alright, let's look at our coordinates. 221, so we're at 221 and 67. So we'll just dig down from there. So we go to 221 and 67, and from there we'll just dig straight down, and we should be able to hit it. So let's see, 220. Okay, there's 67, and 221. So it should be, unless I'm wrong, right beneath there. That should be the one. And, oh, look at that, everybody! It looks like that's working. You're probably thinking, Jerome, we don't want a big, ugly hole in the ceiling there, which, luckily enough, you can use transparent blocks, actually, to place them down on top of there. So, transparent blocks being glass, even bedrock for some reason works. I was looking up online, but, you know, we can't, at least to my knowledge, get bedrock. So, probably just go down the glass route. Totally had there. I knew I had at least one extra piece of glass. There we go. So we'll put the glass. Where is it? Right here. We could put it in our base actually. Hey, get out of here, spider! Don't you know you're a one-shot kill only for me? You know, with my big old sword. But there we go. So we got haste or we got speed. We're gonna choose haste, obviously. So now we have haste 2 and regen. And the reason why it's not working is, as I was telling you guys, it does require a little bit of a sacrifice, Rooney. So we're going to have to figure out... Oh, actually, wait a minute. Can we do... Oh, there we go. Done. Like that. And then I guess we just go... That. I think we just got to keep placing it down. One of each. And let's see. That did the trick. No way. So wait a minute. Is that just going to replenish? It does replenish. We did it. That was the first time I've ever done that before. And now we got... haste running. Well, perfect. So if you don't know, once again, what haste does, it makes you break blocks extremely quickly, as you can tell. And then, can we also... Well, no, I don't think we can add on. Oh, wait, so let's see. Will the speed just... The speed doesn't activate ever. So I wonder, though, are we able to... Oh, that's right, you have to pay up to do that, but we don't... Okay, we can't do that at the moment. So what we'll do is, just so we can keep expanding the area of effect on this thing, because take a look at that, you ready? That's... Oh, wait, I guess it maybe goes a little further. But the AoE isn't that far with it until you keep placing all the blocks down that you need. So we're going to expand this even further just to get a seriously big AoE. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll just keep on adding over time. I mean, this is going to be a production that's going to take quite a solid amount of time. And Dried Emperor Scorpion. That sounds pretty intense. We'll grab both of those bad boys. There you go. Put those guys away. I think there's actually a goal. Like I was looking online for ore spawn, and they had different types of like things you don't have to hit, but like fun little goals you can hit in case you get bored. And it's set by the creators. You know what I mean? It's on the website. And I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, okay, sick. Like these are some fun little tasks that we can do in case we ever end up doing pretty much everything that we can think of. And so those are going to be a lot of fun to get involved with, I figured. And I think one of them was beating an Emperor Scorpion with some kind of disadvantage. I think it was like no morphs or something like that. It was a pretty heavy disadvantage. Like something very difficult, but let's see. But yeah. So overall, it's just, it's good. Okay, here we go. Alright. And we'll break apart these bad boys. I don't think, yeah, none of the rest of these don't have to be visible, really. So what we can try... Oh, it's just an ostrich. Well, we'll pick it up anyway, just so we can get one of each of these things. So there we go. Place these all around. And... Whoopsies. We trapped ourselves again. We did it again. Then we can go boom, boom. And now, theoretically, the AoE should be bigger. Unless I'm wrong here. Did we do something wrong? Oh, that's right. We have to make it so it goes underneath all of it. So look at that. Sometimes you forget some of the simpler things, especially being, keep in mind, this is my first time really doing this, so kind of easy to forget sometimes. And you know what? Actually, we could totally just keep expanding this out a little bit. There we go. Because we're going to have to do that at some point anyway. So there we go. Pick up those guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then just go boom, boom, like that. And now, we still don't have access to it. Why don't we have access to... Jerome is very, very confused. Jerome is very, very confused. Why do we not have access to it? What am I missing here? I totally placed it down in every single location. Huh. Isn't this the weirdest thing? What the heck? That should be placed down all around there. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Well, I don't know why that was messed up, we could totally get resistance, jump boost, any of those things. Once again, the first one, we want to keep on building up haste with it, but, you know, as you can tell, we can get to the second tier ones, and if we want to get strength, we have to build it one more layer, and then you can do a fourth layer as well if you want to get regen running as well. So, if you want to get the secondary power regen, we got to make it 4 layers. So we're gonna do that, but it's definitely gonna be a little bit time consuming. For a second, I thought that andesite was transforming him. I was like, no way, did we just find... I was like, I thought transforming only spawned way, way deep down. I was like, that's kind of mind-blowing if I found out and discovered that it didn't just grow way deep down in the abyss. Alright, here we go. Let's mine all of this area up here. Pretty much gonna have to cave out this whole little thingy-majigger here. Do. Keep on expanding. And I can't wait, because remember, guys, at the end of this episode, we get to kill a bunch of withers. So we're going to have a good amount of fun on this. We're going to have a ton of fun, actually. And, I wonder if we're going to need to mine more diamond, or if I kind of went overkill. Well, I guess we didn't go overkill with the duplicator trees, just because at some point in time, we're going to need to keep making more of these diamonds anyway, just because, you know, if we want to make multiples of these, that's going to take a ton of time. So... yeah, we're gonna have to do that eventually. Gonna have to definitely do that very soon. So, there we go. Keep on mining away. Hey, Skelly! I miss my Royal Guardian sword. I can't believe we left all of our good equipment at Vic's house for so long, because I really miss this sword and my armor. Made the game a lot easier when you could just one-tap any kind of mob that got in your way. Made things actually a lot easier. So go figure. Here we go. Keep on mining. Come on. Perfect! So we should be able to get... let's see. Should be able to get the next tier down here. And we'll just place away. Alright, so let's go right ahead with this. Gonna have to clear this all out here. At least underneath it, anyway. Might be able to double whammy this one, actually, right here. Just get both these next 2 layers done in the same go. Alright. Let's see. Actually, I think we're definitely going to be a couple diamonds short, so we might have to go back to our duplicator trees and get those rolling. Just looking at how big this is going to be, I think we're definitely short there. By only a little bit. Gonna have to make sure our base looks pretty full as well, because the way it looks now, it's probably not the prettiest looking thing in the world with this giant hole in the floor. So we'll make it look as beautiful as possible. I don't think this should really be that much of an eyesore, so we should be alright in that regard. There we go. So we'll get this out of the way. Like that. And we can keep on placing. Alright, not bad. I can't believe this is, I think, the first time I've ever done this in Minecraft as well. So it's kind of funny, like, sometimes things like this you really don't end up doing too often, and it's just cool. Once you get around to it, it's just like, you feel like you're accomplishing something in Minecraft that everyone should do before they call themselves, like, an official crafter-rooney, or crafty, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, Minecrafter. A Minecrafter. That's what we'll call it. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, so we'll keep on breaking these blocks up here. And, yep, we're gonna have to grab a couple more. Not many. Not many more, just a few more of these. And wolf will suffocate. Well, that happened. GG. So it looks like Rob just kind of suffocated in a wall there. Not really going to ask how that... oh, duplicator tree. Duplicator tree grew into my face. Well, I'd love to see how that one kind of ended up for him. It's pretty funny. Sounds funny anyway. Probably a little more tragic when you think about it. A duplicator tree growing into his face and he dies. Actually very tragic. But we can laugh about it in the meantime. And there we go. Mining all these bad boys up. And... gonna have to get a couple more. So yeah, we'll probably need to mine up whatever's left diamond-wise from those duplicator trees, and then we'll be good to go. There we go. And let's... actually, instead of going all the way outside, I could probably firefly up, so I'll be small enough. Yeah, firefly up through there, and then up through there, and look at that! Now we're back up here. Perfect, that works. Alright. Do I have an ultimate pickaxe? I feel like I definitely have an ultimate pickaxe somewhere. And if I don't, I should probably invest in one soon. How do I not... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, like, I definitely had an ultimate pickaxe. Didn't know where it was, necessarily. And steak as well. Yeah, I do have steak. I was like, I know I have steak somewhere. Because I know I had a bunch last episode. And I know I didn't need it all, either. Here we go. So let's line all these up. Too bad that it doesn't give you a bunch more of these with the fortune. That'd be pretty awesome if it did end up giving us a bunch of these with fortune. But, you know, it's the way it goes sometimes. There we go. Line these up. And oh, I just realized those diamonds already grew back. The ones that we mined earlier from that one duplicator tree over there, they already grew back. They're already back and ready for us to pick up. Oh my god. Oh, that's why we're going so quick. We're picking up from Pete's. I was like, why the heck are we going so quickly now? And I just realized we still are in Pete's AoE. Which is pretty funny. That's what I'm talking about. See, if only we could get all those boosts on our own and not just from Pete. I mean, pretty soon, like the haste right there, that's ours. That's not from Pete's base. So technically speaking, we are starting to pick up our own haste abilities and things like that. But once we can get all the abilities like Pete has, that's going to be sick. I think that's like a real good determinant of a solid base, is when you get those kind of things functioning well. There we go. Firefly in. Do-do-do-do-do. Get nice and low there. And turn back into JeromeASF. Back into a JeromeASF monster. And do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, and I think we are on to, here it is. And I think that is the last of the area, I'd say. I think we have a fully functioning beacon. If I'm correct anyway, it should be able to do the 4th tier of upgrades. So let's see. And we'll just come up top here. Click that. It does! Look at that! It completely does. So let's choose regen then. And I think we just go and gift it with one of each of these. And there it is. Now we get regen and haste. And that is a fully functioning beacon, everybody. That's how it's done. I can't believe it. We finally did it. And there it is. You can hide the rest of it away, so it's not even an eyesore. So now we just have a beacon in that corner. We'll put the next one in that corner, one in that corner, one in that corner, and find one somewhere towards the middle. But we officially have a haste and regen, which is pretty dang sick. Just knocked over my coffee mug, but it was empty, luckily. Viewers probably like, what the heck was that noise? Alright, so we got all that. And now we can take care of the fun part. We'll bring our Wither bosses downstairs to the mine shaft. Or at least anywhere safe where they're not going to destroy a bunch of stuff and they're not going to fly away. So bring them down to our little mine shaft over here. And the cool part about that is that we'll now be able to make the rest of the beacons and get them all online. So a pretty useful episode, I'd say. Like, a lot of vanilla Minecraft, almost entirely vanilla Minecraft, except for the morphs, and the Royal Guardian armor. Or, sorry, the Queen Scale armor and the Royal Guardian sword. Which, by the way, we do need Royal Guardian armor, so I'm going to have to take out a tier 6 dungeon at some point. There we go. Wow! Well, that's one way to kill a Wither, apparently. Okay. Apparently the Wither are huge wimps. And they also just exposed a giant mine shaft that was apparently hiding underneath my base at the time. Which I didn't know about down there. Jeez. These Withers are complete wimps compared to my Royal Guardian sword. That's hilarious. I didn't think we'd just tank that so quickly, but we did. Well, alright guys, I guess that right there is a solid way to end the episode. We literally just destroyed 4 Withers in I think about like 25 seconds. That was pretty dang insane. But yeah, everybody, if you all enjoyed that, then please be sure to smash that like button. Of course, stay tuned for more awesome episodes in the near future of Crazy Craft. Oh my god, we actually might die in a second here. We're gonna die. We're gonna die of the Wither. No! That's okay. We respawn right here. So let's go pick up our stuff now. Put it back on. And no harm done. So, we got a lot done this episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to comment down below what you want to see in future episodes of Crazy Craft. And stay tuned, everybody. We got more coming very, very soon.